Hi everyone. So this is a speech I gave today, 12th of September 2023, at a BlackCountry Stand Up to Racism meeting. The theme for the open forum is resisting Tories' racist hostile environment. Hi everyone. I'm Lorraine Imponera. I'm based in Coventry. Thanks for inviting me to speak today. I'm happy to be speaking on behalf of my favorite people, asylum seekers. We have earned ourselves an envious name, asylum seeker, which conveys so many things to various people. Politicians use it to gain political mileage and to get into the office. The public has been made to believe that us asylum seekers are the cause of the cost of living crisis and indeed all the crises. And very few people ever notice this. We are people. We are human beings. Just like everyone else that you know, we have loves, hates, wishes, ambitions, and aspirations. As asylum seeker, we have so many blocks, some created by the system, and most created by us as we are navigating a UK asylum and immigration system that we do not understand, while carrying the burdens of leaving our homes, carrying traumas of different types. This, therefore, puts us where we have two options. Number one, it's either to fight and resist or to accept the situation. We choose to fight, not a physical fight. So how do we fight? I can't lie to you. The journey is tough. And not all the asylum journeys are the same. I know people who are engineers, lawyers, or businessmen, etc. But that is now forgotten because they are asylum seeker. I was stuck for 10 years, of which 7 years as an asylum seeker. I also know of others who are stuck for over 20 years. They have told themselves they are not giving up. So my fellow asylum seekers in the audience, what do you do with your extra time since you are not allowed to work? Do you sit in your own bedroom and cry with no one listening to you? My fellow asylum seekers, don't sit back and rot. One day, you will get status, you will get refugee status, and you will feel lost. This time is not the time to feel sorry for yourself. We can use the free time to reinvent ourselves. Empower yourself to resist. Keeping your mind active by occupying yourself with things that you enjoy, whatever that is. I, for one, I have become stronger by giving help to others. life is made of relationships, whether we like it or not. Relationships with the outer world. In my former role as the chair of Coventry Asylum and Refugee Action Group, it involved bringing people together, sharing and listening to our stories, because we know that there is power in numbers. My confidence soared. As I was waiting for my status, I have been writing poetry where I was documenting my lived experiences of the asylum system. And writing was cathartic to me. I was able to go through so many things just by writing my thoughts down. And with my poetry book, I have reached out to new audiences as a result. And I remember it was through networking. I was on Twitter where I met my solicitor, someone who helped me with my case. I know without her, I could not have been here today. And she did it all for free because I didn't have money. As I was waiting, I also joined the No Direction Home comedy group so I could make people laugh. I also engaged myself by doing different courses. I have achieved so much. From being an asylum seeker, I was named by the Coventry City of Culture 2021 as an everyday hero. And exactly a week from today, I'll be receiving an award by Visa, who are honoring 20 women across Europe because of our work in the community. And finally, to our supporters in the audience, today marks 1 year since I returned to the world of work. Please continue supporting my fellow asylum seekers so that they can also taste what I have tasted, so that everyone can have status and be able to support themselves. But also, getting refugee status should not make you, our supporters, stop supporting us. The damage that the hostile environment is causing is huge. And so people are left held in terrible situations for a long time. Continue supporting us to become better, and always remember this. You are not supporting asylum seekers. You are supporting human beings. You are our lifeline. Just imagine you are the only relative that someone has. Remember to pick up a phone and find out, are you okay? Sometimes we'll say, yes, I'm okay. But sometimes you will hear a sniff. Human beings, we are social animals. We are meant to be together, and alone we die. I ask you, brothers and sisters and comrades gathered here today, try and find those that have died inside, living in what I call a glass bottle. and help them to live again. Encourage them that there is a life after asylum seeker. Thank you and solidarity. And so after the speech, we entered the Q&A section. So someone asked, I've been waiting from 2017. There are some people who are receiving a decision within 3 months or so. That is painful. Why is that? That was the question. Something like that. I've just changed the year 2017. Maybe they mentioned a different year, but something like that. So my answer is, when I waited for my case, when 1 year and a few months passed, my solicitor asked me, have you received anything from the Home Office? I said, no. They said, okay, we'll need to ask for the decision, or at least they should give you right to work because it's over 12 months now. And so that's what she did. The Home Office responded that my case would take a bit longer because it's a complex case, whatever that means, but yeah. And so instead, they gave me the right to work. After I received right to work in June, in August of the same year, I received my status. So although it was a complex case, but within those 3 months, I received a decision. But it was all triggered by my solicitor asking for a decision. So what I'm not sure about is whether Home Office have a system that brings first in, first out. I'm not sure. Or whether it's at random. I'm not sure because I don't know. And he is right that some people get decision very quickly like that. Within 6 months, bam. Some people have been waiting for years. The second question was around what happens when someone is caught working while they are an asylum seeker. We have had sad tragedies in the past. I remember there was a 23-year-old Sudanese man who, after waiting for a long time in asylum, he got a job at a petrol station. And was it petrol station or car wash? Yeah, car wash. Sorry. Yeah, at a car wash. And the immigration officers raided the car wash where he was working. And the boy tried to run away. And in that process, he climbed on top of the roof and he fell from the roof. And that was the end of his life. So working illegally has caused pain, has taken people's lives, has caused a lot of pain to so many people, unbearable pain. There are some people that after they've been caught working, they've been thrown in detention center, they've been taken out of detention centers, but still not been given any status at all. So definitely there are repercussions, and some of them quite fatal, like we saw in this young man who he shouldn't have died. He was working because the asylum rates are low. He wanted to help his sick mother back in Sudan. This is why he picked up a job at a car wash, but that costed him his life. Another question was around when asylum seekers are given right to work, why aren't they working in professional jobs? They're just being given, you know, undesirable jobs. Not undesirable, maybe I'm using the wrong word here, but they are given jobs that do not match with their qualifications. Yeah. My response is Home Office are giving the right to work to asylum seekers to work only on as care workers. So that's because care work is on shortage of patient list. So asylum seekers can work as care workers, not in any other field, which really doesn't seem to be fair because not everyone is happy to do care work. And also some people are good at other things that this country also has a shortage in, or a job that they are comfortable to do, but they can't. So this is also an area that needs looking into. If people are given right to work, they should just work in a job that they want to do. I gave an example of myself. When I was given right to work, I quickly applied for the job that I saw. I went for interviews and they gave me it. And then they asked for my paperwork. I sent my right to work. They said, actually, no, you shouldn't be applying for this job. So we are withdrawing the offer. It was the most painful thing because I have not worked for 7 years plus. And this was my first job. I was very happy. I have right to work and I've got a job. I was imagining the salary and I was like, wow, my life will change now. I can start buying things for myself and I'll stop begging and all of that. But yeah, so I was back to square one. And fortunately enough, my papers, within those 3 months, my papers came. And so I went into a job that I was happy to just get on and start working. So I appreciated that. But I want everyone else to get their status so that they can also enjoy their lives. They can start building their lives. They can have control over their lives. It's only a human thing to do. Okay, another question was around if someone has a right to work as an asylum seeker, then receive a refusal, then but the solicitor is appealing. Can she continue work? I said she needs to go and seek legal advice because I wouldn't know what is the right thing to do, what sort of visa, what sort of conditions, but her solicitor should be able to help her. There was a lot of questions. Someone asked about, okay, I think the other one was a reflection around, it was questions and reflection around why should people be moved in wherever they have been put already and taken to a floating prison, and then that floating prison, as we saw it, there was is it a virus or a bacteria, Legionella disease? And before that, there was a lot of warnings from local people who had said Portland can be very, very, very cold. And they were afraid that people living on top of the water might die because of the freezing when the cold season comes. And the fire had also their own reservations. They even called it's a death trap. You can't keep people in. And so, yeah, so that was my contribution to the reflection that was around the moving people into the floating prison. So thank you very much for watching, and thanks so much to BlackCountry Stand Up to Racism for giving me this opportunity to talk to your group. And yeah, so we ended this session by I read a poem from my book. Woohoo! So the poem I read was How to Walk With Me. So let's close off with the poem, How to Walk With Me. I think it's on, yes, here we are. So this poem was written in what is called ABCDarian style. What does that even mean? So every line starts with the letter of the alphabet from A to Z. So here we go. How to walk with me. Accept me as I am. Be with me in my struggles. Converse with me. I'm human. Diligently and with dignity, engage with me. Every passing minute, we lose focus when we engage in hate. Greet me and light my spirit. Human I am, and so are you. Indifference is not an option. Just like a beating heart, think not of stopping. Kill the state of knowing. Be curious instead. Let me hold your hand and walk with me. My journey finishes when all are free. Nobody left behind, only holding each other's hands. Pity is not to be saved now. Let's walk. Questions shall be answered, revisited at the end. For now, let's walk. Soon we shall celebrate through all the barricades of systemic abuse. Until the end, this walk is all we have. Victory or life, our lives are on the line. Who really wants to live like this? Examined and inspected every day when reporting. You wouldn't know it unless you walk with me. So, zero down with me and hold my hand. Let's walk. Thank you. And as I said, it's from one of the poems from my book, I Was Not Born a Sad Poet. No, I wasn't born a sad poet. No. Okay, so I'll put the link in the chat, in the description below. Please get yourself a copy, and I'll also put the resources that I shared in the meeting, things that you can look at. If you live in Midlands, I've included a meeting in Midlands, which is also on issues to do with visa fees and things like that. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I love you. Bye-bye.